How's it going, everybody? It's Miles here, and for this video, another death battle. This time, Venom versus Crona, and I got a few things to say about this one. Okay, I don't know who's gonna win this fight in the slightest because, like, I don't remember a whole lot about Venom in terms of like the previous death battles that have had Venom in it, because I know Venom is super strong. He does even crazier stuff than I can remember in the comic books from what I recently heard. I don't know if they're going to use that because it doesn't seem like normal Venom. And I have no idea how to gauge Crona because Crona is super strong too, but it's like apparently she's even stronger in the manga. I didn't read the manga, I just watched the anime of Soul Eater. Good show. Like, I'm looking forward to just seeing, like, they're probably going to use manga stuff, right? Like, I'm assuming, based off what people are saying, like, Crona does some crazy stuff. And even in the anime, I don't know how to gauge Crona's speed or power-wise at all. So, because mainly also just because it's been a while since I've seen Soul Eater. So, let's see. Like, I don't know who's going to win. I know, like, there's certain things, like, Crona can't be hurt with cutting weapons, and he can emit supersonic attacks, you know, with the Ragnarok sword. Venom is built up a tolerance to sonic waves, although he's not immune to it unless you get like later shit, I guess. All right, so here we go. Like, I don't know. Also, just the concept of black blood versus the symbiote seems pretty interesting to me as well.
Without them, the show wouldn't have been possible. AT&T's 5G network is now available nationwide. Whether you're at home or on the go, you'll enjoy coverage in more places. Plus, AT&T doesn't make it complicated. 5G access is included in all best consumer unlimited plans at no extra cost. For more information on AT&T 5G, visit att.com/5G. It's always nice to have a best friend attached to your like me and my shotgun leg. But these two take their friends even further than that. Venom, the symbiote, and Spider-Man's best frenemy. And Crona, the deadly demon sword from Soul Eater.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
This is gonna be crazy.
At the beginning of time, in the faraway reaches of space, the Clintar rose from a living darkness. One of these amorphous symbiotes was Venom. Who was a freaking loser? Hey, don't look at me, all the goop aliens were saying it. So they kicked the poor slime ball straight off the planet. In its exile, the symbiote underwent a number of misadventures which firmly shaped its personality. It bonded to a heroic Kree soldier rescuing refugees, a violent monster who committed genocide, and apparently Deadpool. Damn, no wonder Venom's so messed up in the head.
Yeah.
Eventually, the symbiote was discovered by Peter Parker, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It gave him a pretty slick black suit and awesome new powers. But after finding out it was a confused, raging psychopathic alien, Pete decided to exercise it with the power of Christian Ruff. A wise decision, although ill-timed, as this event would cause the symbiote to finally meet its greatest partner, Edward Brock.
Yeah.
He was a journalist with the unluckiest backstory ever. While trying to uncover the identity of a serial killer, he blamed the wrong guy. The same day he published his article, Spidey caught the real killer, who lived right next door to the dude Eddie blamed. Long story short, Eddie was fired from his job, divorced by his wife, and disowned by his father, who already blamed Eddie for his wife dying in childbirth. On top of that, Eddie learned he developed adrenal cancer, with only a few months left to live.
Holy crap.
I thought 2020 was rough. Don't blame him for becoming a supervillain. With all hope lost, he begged God to take it all away and got an answer. The symbiote. Just like Captain Planet, with their powers combined, these two losers became a super loser. Well, no, they actually became a horrifying monster with all of Spider-Man's powers and then some. Their mutual hatred of Spider-Man caused the symbiote to bond to Eddie like no host ever before. They were perfect, a terror in the night, an unstoppable demon. They were Venom.
I hope the Carnage movie's rated R.
It's complicated. Apart from Spider-Man's webbing and web-crawling powers, Venom can use shape-shifting to mold his body into cool doodads. Swords, shields, tendrils, worm monster things, even wings. Yeah, imagine seeing this guy flying outside your window at night. Good luck sleeping ever again.
Screw that.
Heal severe wounds like lost limbs. See all around him at once and psychically project emotions onto others. Normally, this just makes people
Can you do that?
sorry for themselves, like Wiz on Tinder. One time he convinced a bunch of others
Damn.
life was meaningless and they killed themselves. Shit, that's dark. If desperate, the symbiote can even invade the bodies of others and make them burst from inside out. Gross and awesome. But if he doesn't want to pop them like a fun balloon, he can just take over their body like a creepy puppet master. While attached to a victim, Venom can control them by fusing the symbiote to their nervous system, specifically the brainstem and frontal lobes. Fighting off this mind control is extremely difficult unless you have powers that can directly counter it, such as another symbiote. Oh god! Aliens, tentacles, and mind control? Are we sure this episode is rated E for everyone? We need to start blurring.
I remember that.
Don't worry, aside from being a horrible mass murderer, Venom's stories are completely wholesome. Right. Venom proved a dangerous thorn in Spider-Man's side and frequently ruined his life.
Yeah.
Taking a page out of my favorite book, The Most Dangerous Game, and hunting him on a private island. Yeah, he was the coolest rival ever, but over the years, things kind of calmed down a bit. They even teamed up every so often. See,
For real?
even with so much anger, Eddie had a legitimate desire to protect others. As a teenager stealing his dad's car, he accidentally ran over and killed a child. Despite his desire to confess, his father forced him to plead innocent and rigged the jury. The guilt has weighed him down ever since.
That was a thing?
While Venom does have a hunger for human brains, he'd rather eat the face off a criminal than an innocent person. Venom's as tough as they come. He survived Ghost Rider's
Anti-villain? Is that the case? Or is that anti-hero or anti-villain? Whoa.
Who once caught Mjolnir while it was moving 2,000 times the speed of sound. Although Venom does not
Nani?
possess the spider sense that allows Parker to react in microseconds, he can still keep up with all the usual Spidey gallery. Plus, while symbiotes have a severe weakness to high-pitched sound and heat, he's developed resistances to them. Like when he took this giant explosion, or when he survived a sonic scream from some mutant gremlins that shattered all glass within 10 miles. While he may be tougher to take down than most other symbiotes, Venom never fully overcame his weaknesses. However, his symbiotic genes provide far more help than harm. This includes traits and memories from other hosts, like Scorpion and Flash Thompson. Wait. Bullets are a genetic trait? How do I pass that down? One would certainly need a lot of firepower to survive an encounter with the symbiote god. Oh, geez, here we go.
Oh, God.
At first, the Clintar symbiotes were seen as a peaceful people. But turns out they were actually living weapons forged by the primordial deity Null in an attempt to conquer the universe.
Yeah.
But next up, Marvel decides they're magic maple syrup people from Asgardian IHOP. But okay, cosmic sludge made by alien Satan. Let's go with that. Despite it all, Eddie and the symbiote have proven they're far more than the dark legacy the Clintar were intended for. They've even gained the respect of the Avengers, and eventually considered Spider-Man a friend. Sort of. It's complicated. Eddie really is the best pal Venom could have found. And let's be real, he just looks freaking badass.
Whew. Oh, man. Venom is definitely one of the scariest. Alright, here we go. Soul Eater.
Driving all mankind into the depths of madness. This monster could only be defeated and sealed away by the god of death. So, why is the literal god of death so goofy looking? You ever seen Death Note? Hell, even Thanos' girlfriend is scarier than this clown. If you are unfamiliar with the world of Soul Eater, prepare yourself. It's different. Well, not one in a return of the apocalypse. Death in his oven mitts founded a school.
In his oven mitts.
Academy. Here, warriors called Meisters would train to fight evil using the power of their souls. They even got neat demon weapons that doubled as people. Together, they
Doubled as people.
Unbreakable friendship. You know, all that anime crap. Crona Gorgon was not one of these students. Buckle up. It's all Gloomsville from here. Deal with it.
Yeah. Oh, poor Crona.
In childhood, Crona was abused by their mother, Medusa, a witch obsessed with the legendary Kishi. You can see where this is going. Anime Uma Thurman was such a fangirl she figured, hey, why don't I make my own Kishin? So
she used her child as a guinea pig in a bunch of crazy experiments. You know, it kind of sounds like something you do, Wiz.
Don't be silly. I only use actual guinea pigs. Part of Medusa's great experiment included bonding Crona to a weapon, much like the Meisters of Death Academy. However, joining with Ragnarok was a bit more literal.
Ragnarok used to be your run-of-the-mill transforming weapon person until Medusa melted him alive in black blood.
Black blood being another experiment of hers. Crona's own blood is, in fact, this same black blood, which they can remotely control. It can be used to heal wounds and even harden as a sort of internal armor.
Cooking rags and black blood turned him into a brand new weapon that was literally poured into Crona's bloodstream.
From that
Yeah.
point, Crona and Ragnarok were two halves of the same person. The meek and tortured child firmly attached to their loud and brazen weapon.
And Raggy has that black blood control too. They can yank poor Crona around like a puppet. They can use black blood to create wings, thorny vines, all kinds of weapons. And
Whoa.
big-ass needles. Ugh, I hate needles. What's up with that mouth when he transforms into a sword? That thing's messed up.
Like the Meisters, Crona can wield their own soul in combat, amplified by
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. It's not just supersonic. It like attacks the soul,
like
right?
playing an electric guitar up to an amp, though more akin to a screeching banshee on LSD.
I didn't know you played.
I don't. It's incredibly powerful. Internal damage to foes and making
Boomstick.
Hey, are you okay?
What?
With this weapon at their side, Crona set out on a quest to become a Kishi, which required quite a lot of homicide.
Yeah, Ragnarok can absorb the souls of dead people, and supposedly enough souls will turn Crona into the Kishin. So they went around slaughtering hundreds of people.
Despite their name, Death Academy wasn't exactly a fan, particularly their star student, Maka Albert.
Don't worry, she and Crona ended up becoming good friends. Until they weren't. Sort of. It's complicated.
As a pawn in Medusa's mission, Crona gained several levels of new potential.
Eh.
Notably, after gaining or absorbing the powers of the monstrous Black Clown, the demon tool Brew.
Alright, manga shit. Here we go.
The original Kishi.
All of which increased Crona's abilities, especially the black blood. Now Crona could turn their entire body into goop, and the slightest touch could inflict madness. That's madness with a capital M, by the way.
This madness is a corruptive effect that causes targeted variants of delusion or obsession,
Yeah.
often spread as a wavelength. The wavelength of Crona's mad blood specifically causes violent psychosis.
Crona may be a pawn, but they're a badass. They can cut through a whole ghost ship, cover the moon with sound waves, open the moon's mouth? What the hell is wrong with that moon?
Crona and Ragnarok have held their own.
Yeah, I heard something about the moon. Whoa.
Maka, Death the Kid, and Black Star.
Sometimes all at once.
Kid once flew from Nevada
Wow.
to Utah in less than a minute.
Holy crud.
Black Star is even faster. He's dodged lasers and been tracked moving over 20 kilometers in 6 microseconds while approaching Baba Yaga Castle.
Nani what?
Crona's been able to make enough mad blood to crush a
Holy crap, that's fast.
Canadian city.
While this city isn't named, we can use a similar metropolitan area in Ukraine, Kiev, for instance. With this in mind, Crona must have created over 9 trillion tons of black blood, enough to fill over 6 billion Olympic swimming pools.
But Crona's a big leap from invincible. They've had their shit kicked in plenty of times, and their hardened black blood can only block so much.
Even then, Medusa's plan ultimately succeeded. After years of scheming, Crona absorbed the power of Ashura and became a Kishi.
Well, more like Kishin absorbed Crona, but close enough.
But with the power of friendship, Crona ironically wound up defeating the
Jeez, this manga's insane.
Despite their life being nothing but destruction, Crona was the one who ultimately saved the world.
With an added side effect of a new madness wavelength that made everyone obsessed with boobs. Positive effect on people everywhere.
Just give up. I'm tired of trying to figure out how to deal with you.
Oh man.
All right, the
Some of that manga art style looked different. Because I have a Soul Eater manga, but it looked like one of those art styles. It doesn't look like the other.
This episode is
Is there more than one manga, or does the art style change over time?
Confidence in bed. Try BlueChew.com.
Blue Chew brings you the first.
That could be the case. You know, artists do get better at drawing over time.
Day, night, or on a full stomach, try Blue Chew anytime.
Because some of it looked like the show.
By licensed physicians, so you don't have to away to the doctor's office.
I don't know, because I remember, you know, when the ending came out, and it's like, really, it's gonna end there? Like, in my opinion, like, even though the anime ending is obviously different, it could have used one more episode. One more episode probably would have made it better. But wow, the manga ending is pretty crazy, from what I've heard, and it's basically being confirmed here. But wow, I don't know who's gonna win, but it seems Crona is on another scale. Let's go.
Hello? I want to be alone.
Pay attention, you turd.
Ah, lucky day. 2 brains for the price of 1.
Oh boy.
I don't think I can handle this right now.
Huh! I swear if it's gonna be like the literal case of Venom and Brock's relationship.
Your mind is ours. Dinner time.
Ooh boy. Oof. Oof. Huh! Oh no, oh no! Hey, what do you know? Crona's got a stand.
He's gone? What is he?
That's kind of what Ragnarok is right now.
Teeth ground sharp and eyes glowing red.
Uh-oh. Woo! Ugh. Oh, that's not gonna do anything. Ugh!
Your blood.
I know. It's black.
Okay, that was... Oh my god!
I got stupid.
That is freaky! Like, my money's on Crona at the moment, just because Venom seems a little underpowered. Although I think Crona might be, like, the less... Well, I don't know about less durable one. Like, that's so weird. I don't know what to think. Oh my god. Oh my god!
We are the darkness. We are your nightmare. We are Venom.
Uh-oh.
I hate you.
Ah! Well, bye! Yep, 2 souls. Knew it. Oh, that was dope.
Symbiotes really need to stop picking fights with pink-haired anime characters. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Lucy fight.
His shape-shifting camouflage and multitude of weapons kept Crona on guard. Unfortunately, Venom lacked the power needed to keep up a prolonged fight.
Yeah, Crona matching Black Star's speed makes for a pretty clear difference. Crona could reach Mach 9000, while Venom only topped out around Mach 2000.
And while Venom has shown incredible physical strength,
Mach 2000?
he could never compete with 9 trillion tons of mad blood.
Which, by the way, that precise control of the black blood totally meant Crona could push out any of Venom's attempt at being a puppeteer.
And Crona's shown even greater feats of strength as well. Assuming all the moon's teeth are similar in size and stone, opening this jaw is equivalent to lifting over 10,000 tons.
Of course, the final nail in Eddie's coffin was the fact that half of Crona's arsenal was sound-based, basically Venom's kryptonite.
Somewhat.
Pretty much.
Venom did gain a notable resistance to sound attacks, so we needed to determine if Crona's sonic waves were great enough to effectively harm him.
You know those gremlins who shattered every window in 10 miles with a screech attack? The symbiote barely survived it, so that's a good high end to look at.
It takes at least 100 decibels to shatter glass normally. To cover that much distance, the combined sonic blast must have equaled about 244 decibels. In contrast, in order to engulf the moon, Crona's sonic waves must have reached over 275 decibels.
And yes, that's considering the weird size and shape of the moon. Ugh, just look at that freaky thing.
Sure, 275 doesn't seem that much more than 244, but decibels increase on a logarithmic rate.
Yeah.
This means Crona's sound attack was actually over 1,000 times stronger.
Vinny for sure wasn't surviving that.
Eddie and the symbiote held their own with versatility, but Crona and Ragnarok had them beat in destructive power, blistering speed, and an arsenal that could take advantage of Venom's key weakness.
Looks like Venom just got Ragnaroked.
The winner is Crona.
Whew. Alright, that was a cool one. That was a really cool one, honestly. It's cool seeing Crona get a little bit of love. Soul Eater in general, honestly. It's an older one, so. Let's see who's next. Oh yeah, Carnage versus Lucy. I screwed up my reaction to that one. Yes! No freaking way! Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't reposted anything from Red vs. Blue. Like, how I think it was like season 12 or something. Back then, that was when I first started reacting to Red vs. Blue. And obviously, those are no longer on YouTube because those channels have been taken down since then. And I've just been slow in re-uploading whatever I do have, which isn't everything. For those of you that have not watched Red vs. Blue, I highly recommend it. It is, in my opinion, the funniest show I have ever watched. In my opinion, the funniest show I have ever watched. And the story, characters, and just like even drama, and then not to mention later animated fight scenes when the Monty era of Rooster Teeth, it gets so good later on. Red vs. Blue is easily one of the best shows I've ever watched in my life. It's just a little YouTube series. You can watch it on YouTube. It's just a little internet series. And it gets so good. And not to mention, it's just hilarious. Like, it was what got me in the... I've been into Halo before that. It was one of the things that really got me into Halo, though. But, it's... I've thought of that so much. Who would actually win between the Reds and Blues? Oh my god, that is amazing. Alright, I'm going to leave that there. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. You'll see me in the next video. Peace on